Now, one thing I want to do with the bikes is try and reduce the risk of damage when we're transporting them. And I know you can get bags, but one of the difficulties I noticed yesterday when we took them out and we just lay them on their side in the car is that the steering, the front wheel, would sort of turn at an angle and then it would start scraping components. So I want to try and prevent that. So this is how it should be when it's folded. You've got that little magnet that lines up. The problem is, of course, the steering can turn, so it can end up turning one way or the other, and then things are rubbing, brake components are rubbing. So I'm thinking of using some old scrap pallet wood and trying to build almost like a custom pallet that will keep them sat upright, because I can't transport them like this in the car because they're going to fall over. And so if I can do that, it'll keep them upright and keep the alignment between these two, and I can easily slide them in and out of the back of the car. I've got loads of this old pallet wood. It's actually getting in the way in the garage. Now I'm storing the bikes in the garage, so maybe kill two birds with one stone, use some of that. Oh, that's not actually that bad. That's just one 8-foot piece of pallet wood. That all screwed up. Right, that should stop it moving side to side. I might put another piece here, but that's pretty good. Now I need some way to strap it down so it doesn't just fall over like that. Okay, found an old ratchet strap and attached it here so it won't fall over that way, which it tends to do, as anyone who's got one of these might notice when it's folded. I need to find a similar thing on this side, because then the whole lot can be lifted and just slid in and out of the car easily. And it's not, it can be stood upright like that, and it's not going to fall over when you go around corners, or at least that's the theory. There it is, strapped down on both sides. It's now a bit like a medium stress pallet for ejecting Land Rovers from C-130s. Question is, will it load okay into the car? Right, I didn't bother filming loading it. Still a heavy beast, but could do with some easy way of sliding it over this rubber that I've screwed down to that plywood platform. But certainly it's now a lot more stable, so I could slide a couple of them next to each other and they shouldn't fall over. Probably do with strapping that actually There you go. Yeah. If I push that back a bit further, it might be more stable. Then I could always strap this whole thing down. There's somewhere under here, there's some lashing points. Right, first test with the pallets for the bikes. So, so I built a second one just from the same dimensions as the first one, and yeah, maybe I'll put those dimensions up. I know someone asked about it, but I just copied the exact dimensions, and yeah, it works pretty well. So the first one was done by just offering up the bike and then building the wood around it effectively. So yeah, and it's all pretty much using just scrap that I had lying around the garage. So these are bits of old pallet wood, and yeah, they seem pretty solid in here now. So I just use ratchet straps across them. Yeah, this is obviously a bit of a pain if you were just wanting to go a few miles with one bike, you wouldn't bother, but with two bikes, so they don't rub against each other or get any damage, you know, you could drive off road and these are not going to go anywhere. So we're going to go down to Windsor Great Park, see how we do with them.